Good morning, students. How are you? This is the online classes of DAV Public School, Daudnagar. I have been teaching you the theme Nationalism in India. First chapter was First World War, Non-Cooperation and Khilafat. Second chapter was differing strands within the movement, and this is the third chapter towards civil disobedience. In today's class, you will be taught the situation which created an environment to start another mass movement, that was civil disobedience. In February 1922, Mahatma Gandhi decided to withdraw the non-cooperation movement due to one incident, and that incident was Chauri Chaura in 1922. Now I would like to show you the figure of Chauri Chaura. Towards civil disobedience. In February 1922, Mahatma Gandhi decided to withdraw the non-cooperation movement. He felt that movement was turning violent and satyagrahis needed to be properly trained before they would be ready for another mass movement. Within the Congress, some leaders were by now tired of mass struggle and wanted to participate in election to the provincial council. They sought an opportunity to oppose the British government in provincial legislative council. C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru formed the Swaraj Party. Within the Congress, they urged for return to council politics. But younger leaders like Jawaharlal Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose pressed for radical mass agitation and for full independence. It is very important. Younger leaders like Jawaharlal Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose pressed for radical mass agitation and for full independence, complete independence. In such a situation of internal debate and dissension, two factors again shaped Indian politics. Towards the late 1920s. The first was the effect of the worldwide economic depression, and another was Simon Commission. Worldwide economic depression from mid 1920 to mid 1930, entire world was affected by the great economic depression. India was also affected. Agricultural prices began to fall as demand for food grains declined, export collapsed. Due to this situation, farmers found it difficult to sell their harvest and pay the land revenue. By the 1930, countryside was in turmoil. Simon Commission, the new Tory government in Britain constituted a statutory commission under Sir John Simon. The work was, Simon Commission was to look into the functioning of constitutional system in India and suggest changes. Very important. What was the work of Simon Commission? Simon Commission was to look into the functioning of the constitutional system in India and suggest changes. But the problem was that the commission didn't have a single Indian members. There were 7 members in the Simon Commission. They were all British. These steps enraged the Indian. That's why when the Simon Commission arrived in India in 1928, when the Simon Commission arrived in India at Mumbai, it was greeted with the slogan, "Go back Simon." It was a very popular slogan in nationalist movement in India, "Go back Simon." All parties, including Indian National Congress and the Muslim League, participated in the demonstration. Lala Lajpat Rai was seriously injured by the police lathi charge. Lord Irwin announced in October 1929 a vague offer of dominion status for India and a round table conference to discuss a future constitution. Dominion state means self-governing areas under the control of British Crown. But this proposal, this offer didn't satisfy the Congress. This didn't satisfy the Congress leaders. The radicals within the Congress, led by Jawaharlal Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose, became more assertive. So students, this is the part first of chapter towards civil disobedience movement. Tomorrow I will teach you the next part. Thank you.